Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome new subscribers. Make sure y'all click that like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys really enjoy the content. Welcome back old subscribers, and I hope you guys' day is going very good. I hope you guys got those weekend plans into motion. And yeah, I'm not the one to hold you long, so we just gonna jump right into this topic. Today we're going to be talking about taking accountability, right? Okay, so if you pause, definition of taking accountability is basically taking responsibility, right? Hopefully you know what that means. But taking accountability is something that I feel personally that some people have a hard time doing, right? Due to pride, due to ego, due to different things, right, that could be preventing you from taking accountability, right? So when it comes down to taking accountability, it is something that needs to be had, or else a connection cannot work. A connection cannot work if someone is not willing to accept the part that they played in why a situation is where it is, if that makes sense, right? A lot of times these days, certain individuals are just looking for people to take accountability, right? And it's something that I feel like every person should work on, even myself, when it comes down to taking accountability and saying when you're wrong, right? Because you're not going to always be right. You may think you're always right, but you're not going to always be right. Just like you're not going to always be wrong. But it's a point where you need to take a step back, analyze the situation, and admit to yourself first, I was wrong, right? And it's the reason why a lot of connections don't go the distance, don't go to where you want it to go, right? Because eventually there's going to be a person in the connection that's going to be like, you know what, this person ain't taking no accountability for nothing. Why am I even entertaining this person to begin with when they lack thereof accountability, taking responsibility? When you and I both know, right? You and I both know that you play a part in why certain situations are the way that they are, or why this connection is in the state that it is in, right? And when it comes down to making sure that you check yourself and you pause, you ponder about it, you pray about it, right? Because it's something within yourself that you probably need to heal if you lack accountability, right? Not to say things are going to always be perfect, right? Not to say that everything is going to be, you're not going to go through its ups and its downs in the connection, because you are. But the step to moving forward in a connection, or there being any type of growth, any type of healing, is you have to take accountability for the part that you play in why something may be why it is the way it is. If I'm connecting with y'all, if you understanding what I'm saying. And that's the first step. Me personally, I can't have nobody in my life that lacks accountability for the part that they play and why certain situations are the way that they are. And trust me when I say this, it is a number one red flag for me when a person can't take accountability, right? Because I give chances, right? I don't know about y'all, but I give chances, right? I believe everybody deserves a second chance. Of course, depending on the situation and how far things went. But everyone deserves a second chance. But once you get to that point where you're still not taking accountability for the part that you play in certain situations and wanting to place the blame on someone else, that's not okay with me. It gets you cut off, right? So I mean, of course, when it comes down to family it's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying, because they're family. You're still going to see them, but if you don't have to see them, then that's great. You know what I'm saying? It's the lack of accountability, right? Because in order for a connection to get to the next phase and where it's meant to go, is you have to first address the problem before there can be any type of healing or movement forward. Because if you are not taking accountability or responsibility for the part that you played, there's gonna be no healing. It's gonna be a start, stop, as long as y'all keep starting. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna continue to be that, you know, if both people are not on the same accord. You know, you got one person here saying, hey, this is what it is, you know, or they taking accountability, but then you got another person acting like they ain't do nothing. Acting like they ain't do nothing. I don't know about y'all, but that's a red flag for me. And it gets you cut off. You know, because I feel like, you know, when it comes down to personalities and when it comes down to your spirit and the person that you are, you know, sometimes people can want to play on that, right? And thinking that you're going to always be that way until you get to that point where it's like, you ain't taking responsibility for nothing. You get into a disagreement and the first thing you do is run. Instead of facing the issue head on, right? You run, you know? And I think that it's time. I don't know about y'all, but it's time for people in 2024 and moving forward to start taking accountability and start taking responsibility for the part that they play and why certain things may be the way that they are. And of course, this may be a trigger warning, right? Because it just depends on where you're at. Do you take time out to think about it? Do you take time out to face the issue? Do you take time out to say, you know what, I may owe this person an apology. You know, I could have handled this situation a little bit more different, right? But all you can do is try, right? So do you catch yourself doing that, or do you catch yourself, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing. If you the second person, come on now. We gotta, you know, trigger warning. We gotta take accountability and start taking accountability in order for there to be any type of movement forward, or else it's gonna be delay after delay after delay after delay, right? So please make sure that you are taking accountability for the part that you may play and why a certain situation may be where it's at. And even if there may not be an issue, right? Make sure that you are taking the time out to be the bigger person and do some self-reflection, and make sure that you provide an apology when it's due, or you talk that conversation out that's meant to be talked out, or address the situation that needs to be addressed, right? Have an open heart, have an open mind. Beware of the law of attraction. Is what you put out is what you get back, however way, shape, or form. So make sure you guys out there are taking accountability and giving that apology when you know when your heart is due. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that this message helped y'all. I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog. Please click the like button, share, and subscribe to who you feel may want to hear something like this, or, you know, who you feel like may catch a vibe with the word, or who may actually need to hear it, right? So you guys have a great weekend. I will talk to y'all soon, and God bless. Bye.